Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I am Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message for Taurus today, and to let you know how this works, I have asked my guides and spirit for a message that will be deeply helpful and meaningful for you as you navigate what's going on this week. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and I strongly encourage you to subscribe to this channel so you can benefit from staying in contact with this high vibration information every week. And if you're returning, I'm so glad to see you again. Thank you so much for your support and for being here. And thank you also for sharing this journey with me. So let's get started with your reading. Lots of good news, Taurus. This is an awesome reading. Really, really love it. So the energy thrown at you this week by the lovely universe is the Seven of Swords. So let me right away show you the next card with the way you're responding to this energy. I feel like there's some junk, like people are kind of doing some things that are maybe not very honest to you, but you are supported and protected. So he may be taking things away behind the scenes, but I also just feel like you're not dealing with that, if that makes any sense. It's like you're protected in this nice little bubble of light. And so this Seven of Swords energy for you is something to just be aware of. It's not something to be scared of or something to be confrontational with. It's just something to be, okay, that's interesting. They just gave me some more information. So, okay, I'm going to wrap this up, talk about your next cards, and then come back to this. So it's a little funny. So it's just something that's a little bit under your radar. And I will come back to that in a second. So, but just know that you are supported and you are protected, and there's no need to get scared or to get those horns out, to get confrontational, right? So let's look at the rest of your cards because they're so amazing. Queen of Cups going into the Sun, going into the Knight of Cups, going into the Chariot. So what I love about this is it's so fascinating. You can see it looks like these three cards are flowing to each other. Like the Sun flows into the Knight, flows into the Chariot. They're all going that way. But she's kind of going her own way, like that Stevie Nicks song, right? Or the Fleetwood Mac, You Can Go Your Own Way. But actually, if you look at her turtles, they're going straight into the Birds of the Sun card. And she's stepping on the turtles. So what it means is that your steps are being led this direction, even if you're not seeing it, even if you're not feeling aligned with it. But your steps are taking you in the direction of these awesome cards. So let me continue to break it down. The Sun card is definitely victory and success, the thing that you've been wanting and craving for so long. Her steps are leading her unknowingly into here. And let's also talk about the Queen of Cups for a second, especially in this reading. The Queen of Cups is talking about your intuition, which for some of you may be taking shape in the form of creativity, poetry, painting, something creative arts. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. So your intuition is leading you somewhere and you're kind of like not even aware. That is what has been happening here. That's why they wanted me to leave it. There's something happening, you're not aware of it, but you're supported and protected and provided for. So it's like her feet are taking her somewhere and she has no idea where they're going. She's almost like blind. In fact, she's looking the other direction, but her feet, her steps on the earth, they're turtles, are leading her towards the Sun, towards that success. And what is the color of that success? The Knight of Cups. Again, we have that artistic connection, that psychic connection. Both of these two cards are quite intuitive, quite psychic. But what it means is that the success you've been looking for, this goal and this joy and no, it's just like a lightness. I'm just feeling kind of light and happy with this energy of this card. You put it into motion, you see, oh, suddenly I've just stumbled on the prize. Okay, here we go, and away you go. Really flowing with it, really making it part of you. And then we get to the Chariot, which is even more motion. When I see the two of these cards together, it's like whoosh, like a big wave coming through very fast. So something is moving that you can't stop, and it's moving in a good way. So it's kind of like she leads you unknowingly She has no idea what she's doing, where she's going. Her conscious mind doesn't know, but her footsteps know, and they lead her straight into the sun, straight into her heart's desire. Then the Knight of Cups puts that into motion, starts to move with it, starts to flow with it, and starts to really feel inspired. And then the Chariot matches with that. And when the Chariot shows up, we know that nothing is going to stop her on her quest for success. So it's almost like we need another sun card over here because you started with the sun, because the sun is what galvanized and caused all of this motion. That's where you're headed. You're headed for the sun because you started from the sun. I hope that makes sense. Your intention was aligned with your joy and with your purpose and your passion. That's what got you into motion. So that's where you're headed. And the lovely thing is that you had no idea. You had no idea that was the right way, but you almost didn't have to use your eyes to get there. So this is a really big message, Taurus. We tend to be so focused on our five senses. I'm a Taurus as well, so I really identify with this statement. But it's our intuition that is helping us this week. It's steps that don't make sense. Places we feel kind of compelled to go and there's no logical reason for it, but we want to go there anyway. So it's almost about putting the bull to pasture and allowing space for that intuition to guide your footsteps, which you're probably going to feel like, what? At first, this isn't going to make any sense. At first, these steps don't seem rational. Like, why would I want to go on a walk at that time of day? It's going to be something kind of out of the ordinary, something that just catches you and you're going to feel that it's the right thing for you to do. So you can see where this is leading. This is not about just doing random things this week to make the good stuff happen, right? It's being open to whenever this energy talks to you, whenever this Queen of Cups compels you to flow a certain way or to go a certain way, and your Taurus mind kind of goes, huh? What? That's probably the right thing. So this reading is coming to you so that you'll be open to it, so that you won't immediately shut it down, right? Because that's what we like to do with things that aren't logical or rational. We're just going to shut it down. This is coming to you so that you're open to it. And be open to the fact that it may not be this week for you either. I know for some of you it is, because this is very fast moving cards. But this is more about the chance to really open up a dialogue and a relationship with your intuition. And once that is set into motion, that intuition benefits you every single week for the rest of your life. So it's not about when does this happen, it is going to happen, and just look out for it. So I really see you moving forward. I really see that this whole thing galvanizes you into action. But again, it's like stumbling down that rabbit hole. Alice didn't know what she was going to discover in Wonderland, right? She had no idea the things she was going to see or the adventures, but her feet just took her there. A part of her took her there that was taking care of her, but away from the conscious mind. So really excited for you. This is just an amazing, awesome reading, and I'd love to hear how it resonated or what you thought of it. So yeah. If you have any comments, please let me know below. And I also wanted to let you know that I give intuitive readings one-on-one over Zoom. So if that's something you're curious about, trueguidancetarot.com will give you more information. Or you can email me, the email is below. I'm looking to see if they have everything else to say. The last thing I want to say to you is that there's magical creatures on most of these cards. This wonderful bird that he's riding, the unicorn that he's riding, the unicorn's drawing her carriage. So there are otherworldly opportunities open for you, but you've got to be willing to just let your feet take you where they need to go. Just be guided by that thing that doesn't quite make logical sense. So again, let me know if you've got questions, and I will see you next week.